Hey, I'm back. This one's going to be a short one because not a lot happened this week. As I said at the end of last week, my Crohn's has been really off the last month. All the rich food and weird schedules and all that has thrown me off, and I was back at class last Tuesday and then decided to do a bar class too the same day. That was the last video. And I did go to class on Wednesday morning, but in order to accomplish that, I had to not eat. So I went lighter on my workout at the beginning just to make sure I wouldn't pass out. But that's what I have to do if I want to get anything done when my Crohn's is acting up. Because as soon as I eat something for the next hour, I'm either extremely uncomfortable or I'm running to the bathroom, which neither is good when you're trying to work out. So I went to 9:30 class. I had to rearrange some stuff to make sure I went to that one, and then didn't eat breakfast in the morning and made sure my system was all cleared out before I went. And then I actually had an appointment at our local Pilates studio to do an intro class with one of the owners to learn how to use the reformer machine later in that afternoon. So I couldn't really eat in between there either. So I was a little tired and lightheaded and stuff when I went in there. But I did have a good time working on the reformer. It is definitely something that's more stretchy than, weighty. So that's what I need. I seriously need to stretch more. My body, I put on muscle really well, but I really need to lean out and strengthen and stretch out those muscles. So I'm looking forward to trying to stick in a few classes there. That's not going to happen in the next couple weeks because things are really crazy at home. But now that I know how to use the machine and I'm familiar with the studio, I can schedule a class whenever I might find a time in there. Anyway, after that, my body kind of called it quits. It was like, okay, you've pushed me too far. You did 4 workout classes in 2 days and you're not really eating. So, no. Anyway, so I didn't do anything on Thursday and I got my treatment on Friday. So I'm feeling better. Yay. I was also really worried because it turns out there's a shortage of saline and IV bags in the US, and people have been not getting their treatments unless they're really dire cases like cancer. Luckily, it doesn't seem to have affected my area, but I feel bad for everybody who is not getting the meds they need, because let me tell you, just 1 or 2 more days and I would not have been able to leave the house. But I got my treatment and now I'm kind of back to normal. So, it really sucks for people to get prioritized lower when, everybody actually needs a little help. Anyway, I haven't gone back to class since then. The weekend got crazy. We had an issue here at the house, all kinds of weird stuff. Anyway, long story short, I should be back at class tomorrow, and the kids are back in school now, so schedules are back on. Yay. That's all I really have to report that way. Last time I filmed, I said that I was looking into the Whole30, and I did my research. I read the books, I looked through the journals, I read the online stuff. I think I'm ready for this. Obviously, I don't want to do this until after I get back from my trip in February to Portland. So my start date is right after that. But now I'm just kind of gearing up on my resources. Do I want to order some meals to have something on hand so I don't have to cook all the time? Like, what kind of things am I going to need? Substitutions. So instead of regular butter, we get to use clarified butter. Instead of regular creamer in your coffee, you can use like a nut creamer. So I'm kind of gathering my resources and getting ready to go, which is what you should always do when you have a plan, is then gather the resources and tools you need to make it a successful endeavor. So I'm looking forward to starting that and the challenge at my gym at the end of the month. But besides that, there's not much more going on. I'm feeling a little weird about starting the Whole30. It's kind of like, should I start kind of eating like that so I'm used to it when I start? Or is it eat everything I can't eat on the diet beforehand so I get my fill of it? So I'm kind of waffling in between those two kind of viewpoints where I try to eat healthy and follow the diet a little bit to see what it would be like. And then I'm like, you know what? I should eat all the things that I can't eat and get it out of the way now. I did want to kind of check in on some items that I had reviewed earlier. I realized I haven't talked about them in a while. The tools that I've kind of gathered around me to try to help me out. I'm still doing my FitnessPal, although you're not really supposed to do that on the Whole30, but I'm somebody who's very competitive and data driven. And the fact that I've checked in for like 2 years straight, I really don't feel like giving that up and losing my streak. So I will be still using my FitnessPal. I had gotten that special water bottle from Thermos with the smart lid with the app so you can measure how much water you're drinking, but I'm not really using it because it's really difficult to use. I understand the concept behind it, but the actual mouth of the lid is really hard to drink out of. Like I'm used to my, I think I have a Nalgene bottle, and the smaller mouth one on that one is perfect. I can get a large amount of water without too much effort. And this one, it's like, it's just a little too small. It's hard to get water out of it. And I mean, if it was a straw, it would be one thing, or if it was a little wider, it'd be another thing, but it's just really awkward. So I haven't been, I can't use it when I'm working out because I can't get the amount of water I need in the short amount of time that I have. So then I was drinking out of my Nalgene and then refilling it from the Thermos one when I got home so it would count the water that I drank while I was out. But also, it seems like if you refill it halfway through, or if you don't like log into the app every time you drink water, it's not counting properly. So it's supposed to be able to record data without being connected to the app for like 12 hours. But I would drink and then refill it and drink and refill it, and it would have none of that on there because I hadn't checked in on the app in between. So I've kind of stopped using it. It's just another random water bottle that I have behind the couch. I've got like 3 of them going on now. So no matter where I am on the couch, I have a water bottle I can reach. So not really liking the Thermos smart lid one. They need to retool that. I don't know what's wrong with the sensors or whatever, but the main thing that I hated about it, I'll check in all the time if it's measuring my water, if that's what it takes, but the fact that it's so awkward to drink out of, like, why am I putting myself through that? The Like a Glove shorts that measure you, I have not used those yet since I first measured because I haven't done anything to require any new measurements. So I can't really let you know anything about that. I forgot to mention the second part of them is the app tells you your measurements and your change in measurements, which is what I bought them for, but it also connects you to jeans that are supposed to fit you the best, like with those same measurements, so that you can buy jeans that fit without always ordering them or trying them on and it's not working out. I don't think I'll be using it for that function, but that is a function of it. But like I said, I haven't tried it again since I did the first one because I haven't lost any weight or inches that would require me to measure myself again. I'm guessing I'll be doing an InBody before we start our challenge, so I will let you guys know what's there, but I'm guessing it hasn't really changed since last time. The holidays, although I didn't like gain a bunch of weight, I also didn't lose any weight, so I'm kind of right where I was at the beginning of December. I did not change at all over the month of December, now that we're in January. Did I get anything else? I don't think so. Oh, my hair removal system. I have not used that in months. And not because it wasn't working, I think it was, but I didn't use it enough to really see any ginormous results. But it takes a long time. You have to go really slow with the light pulses over the skin. And my kids don't leave me alone enough for me to use that. Like every time I tried, my kids were bugging me. Like, I need this, I need this. Why aren't you down here? Blah, blah, blah. And it's so freaking bright. I don't want them around. Like, I have glasses on and my eyes closed and I'm looking away just so I don't make myself blind. But they come running in and they're like, ooh, what's that? Let me stare right at the light. So I kind of stopped using it because I couldn't find like the half hour, 45 minutes it would take to actually get like a full treatment out of it. So the jury's still out. It just takes a long time and my children don't give me that much time to do things for myself. Anyway, I think that's it on the things I had bought to try to help myself out. Yeah. So next up is just prepping for the Whole30. I think I am going to buy meals for me and my husband. It'll really help him out at work to be able to take food and not have to rely on, you know, figuring out what to order at the local salad bar or whatever. So, and also there's days where things just get out of control and I'm not able to cook. I can make some, you know, easy, quick pasta for the kids, and then we can have something that's out of the freezer. But besides that, that's about it. I will check in next week, and I hope you guys are having a good beginning of the new year, and that all your goals are gonna, you know, are on track, and you're, I don't know, achieving what you want to achieve, whatever. Anyway, I'll talk to you next week. Bye.